Hello and welcome to this video tutorial. In this video, you'll see how to create and modify plan rates and rate seasons in CloudPM. CloudPM offers three types of plan rates: day of week, day of stay, and extended stay, which can be either weekly or monthly. Although the process is similar in all three, we'll focus on day of stay rates in this video. Use day of stay for rates such as buy one get ones or shelved rates that decrease over time as the guest stays longer. I'll start from the rate information page of an existing rate and select Add Edit Rates from the ribbon bar. We see a list of rate seasons under this header and the rate grid below. Here's an example of a new rate code. There are no seasons in this section. Our toolbar buttons are not available, and no rates are displayed down here. Since we can't enter a rate without a season, let's start by creating a new rate season. CloudPM adds a line, and because this is the first season, it defaults to today's business date. If needed, we can enter a different start date or ending date. Seasons can last just one day, 30 years, or anywhere in between. This hotel uses the rate tier feature, so this box is checked by default. In some cases, you'll want to uncheck this. If your hotel does not use rate tiers, this column will not appear. The comment field lets us enter some notes about this season. It's optional and is only for your own information. This will not appear on any report or form. That's all the data we need to build our season, so let's save it. So far, this is identical to a day of week or extended stay rate, but not for long. Take a closer look at the options available in this section when I select the season and click Edit Rates. Instead of building rates based on the days of the week, day of stay rates are based on how many nights the guest has been in-house. This rate is a stay one night, get one night at half price. We'll use this section to define the rate pattern. First, I'll select the room types this rate will apply to. Then I'll define how long this pattern goes on until it repeats. In this case, the pattern is 2 nights. Now that we've got a 2-night pattern, what night are we building a rate for? That's what these fields are for. We call them rate buckets. Let's start with the first rate bucket, which for this example goes from night 1 to night 1. I'm going to skip this section and instead click Autofill Rates. This enters all zeros and allows me to manually enter rates directly in the grid. There, that's our first night. Let's save this before moving on to the second night. I'll select our desired season again, click Edit Rates, and this time change these to the second night. And now we'll enter the half-off rates that we'll post on the second night. And save. After I set up a 2-night minimum length of stay booking rule, our new rate will be ready to use. Day of stay rates can also be set up to create rates that change based on length of stay. One example would be a rate that decreases progressively during the guest's stay, like this one. Here on the rate information screen, I've set up a minimum and maximum length of stay. And here on the Add Edit Rates screen, you can see our repeat nights is 30, but don't panic, we won't have to make 30 entries. I've already set up our first rate bucket at 3 nights, not just one like our BOGO rate. This rate will post for each of the first 3 nights. Now I'll add the second rate bucket, which we'll post on nights 4 through 7. And enter those rates. I'll repeat this process for nights 8 through 14, and one more time for nights 15 through 30. And save. As usual, we can sort the grid in a variety of ways by clicking on a column header. For example, sorting by room type makes it easy to view or change all of my king rooms. As in other types of rate plans, you can also remove a room type from a rate if you don't wish to sell that type on a rate plan. Just use the Remove Room Type button on the toolbar. CloudPM will not let you remove a room type if there are existing reservations for it during that season. What if you have a season, maybe even from a past date, and want to use those rates for a future date range? It's easy thanks to the power of the ribbon bar. First, I'll find the original season and select it. Then click up here on Copy Rate Season. I'll set the new date range click Save, and those rates are now in place for the new dates. Notice that when we insert a season that overlaps the beginning or end of another season, CloudPM automatically adjusts the existing season's beginning or ending dates so they don't conflict. A similar adjustment happens when we insert a short season into a longer one. Our local basketball team just made the playoffs, so I need to add new seasons for the home games. I'll just enter the dates, add a comment, then save. CloudPM automatically split the big season in half and dropped my new season in the middle. Now that my new game weekend season is in place, I can enter the rates. If our team is eliminated in the first round, there's a Delete Rate Season button on the toolbar. Just like when copying or editing a season, we first need to select the season, then click Delete Rate Season. Notice that CloudPM automatically closed the gap by changing the ending date of the previous season. In the event you want a gap in your rate, for example, a rate you only offer during a certain time of year, simply create a season to fill that gap, but don't enter any rates. To learn more about CloudPM's rate management features, watch our videos on Day of Week, Extended Stay and Dynamic Rates, Rate Tiers, Booking Rules, and the Daily Rate Manager. Thank you for taking the time to view this video. Please feel free to contact your account manager or our customer support center for additional questions.